in the cold, infinite expanse of space, where the stars seemed like distant memories rather than celestial bodies, Alex Drayton floated in the confines of his spacecraft. The silence of space was a familiar companion to him, one that he had grown to both admire and fear during his years as an astronaut and scientist. The vast emptiness outside the thick glass of his observation window was a constant reminder of how small and fragile he was in comparison to the cosmos. Alex was on a mission that few had the privilege, or the curse, of undertaking. As one of Earth's most accomplished astrophysicists, he had been chosen to explore an exoplanet that had only recently been discovered, a celestial body that orbited a distant star some light years away from the solar system. The planet, labeled Epsilon 9, had captured the imaginations of scientists worldwide due to its Earth-like atmosphere and the possibility of life. He had spent years preparing for this moment, countless hours in simulators, long nights poring over data, and the physical and mental conditioning that pushed the limits of human endurance. But nothing could have truly prepared him for the isolation of space. The mission was the culmination of his life's work, a chance to push the boundaries of human knowledge and perhaps even make first contact with an alien civilization. As he drifted through the narrow corridors of the spacecraft, the soft hum of the ship's life support systems was the only sound that accompanied his thoughts. Alex was a man of science, logic, and reason, but even he couldn't suppress the feeling of awe and trepidation that gnawed at the edges of his consciousness. What would he find on Epsilon 9? Was it truly an uncharted paradise, or was it something far more dangerous? These questions lingered in his mind as he stared out into the void, his hands absent-mindedly adjusting the controls on his console. The journey had been long and arduous, but the real challenge was just beginning. The descent was anything but smooth. As Alex's spacecraft entered the atmosphere of Epsilon 9, alarms blared, and the ship trembled violently. What had started as a routine approach turned into a chaotic plunge toward the unknown. Despite his years of training, there was no way to fully prepare for the sight of flames licking at the windows as the spacecraft hurtled through layers of alien sky. His hands moved with practiced precision over the controls, attempting to stabilize the ship, but the forces at play were far beyond anything he'd encountered before. The gravity was stronger, the atmosphere denser, and the sensors, normally his eyes in the darkness of space, were malfunctioning, overwhelmed by the planet's strange electromagnetic field. Then, with a shuddering impact, the spacecraft crashed into the surface of the planet. The world around him went black for a moment, the shock of the landing knocking him unconscious. When Alex awoke, he was greeted by an eerie silence, broken only by the soft hissing of damaged systems and the crackle of a failing radio signal. Pain shot through his body, but it was dulled by the adrenaline still coursing through his veins. Struggling to his feet, he surveyed the damage. The ship was a wreck, beyond repair. His heart sank as he realized there would be no way off this planet, no way to communicate with Earth. He was alone. Gathering what supplies he could from the ruined spacecraft, Alex pushed open the hatch and stepped outside. His breath caught in his throat as he took in the sight before him. Epsilon 9 was unlike anything he had imagined. The planet was teeming with life. Towering trees with luminescent leaves stretched toward the sky, their bark a deep shade of violet. The ground was covered in a thick carpet of bioluminescent moss that glowed softly beneath his feet, illuminating the surroundings with an otherworldly light. Strange flowers bloomed in every direction, their petals shimmering with colors that defied the spectrum he knew. But it wasn't just the flora that was advanced. The air hummed with energy, and as he moved deeper into the forest, he could see creatures darting between the trees, creatures that seemed to possess a level of intelligence, watching him with eyes that glowed in the twilight. Despite the beauty of the landscape, Alex couldn't shake the feeling that he was being observed, studied. He was an intruder here, a foreign entity in a world that had evolved without human interference. Every sound, every movement in the dense foliage made his heart race. Yet, as much as fear gnawed at the edges of his mind, there was also a sense of awe and curiosity. This planet, so vibrant and alive, was a scientist's dream. He knew he had to document everything he could to learn about this world and its inhabitants. But as he ventured further from the wreckage, a strange feeling began to settle over him, something he couldn't quite explain. It was as if the planet itself was alive, aware of his presence and waiting for him to discover its secrets. The forest around Alex grew denser as he walked, the bioluminescent flora casting an ethereal glow over the landscape. His senses were on high alert, each rustle of leaves and distant call of unknown creatures amplifying his feeling of unease. He had been walking for hours, documenting the strange flora and fauna, when he stumbled upon a clearing, bathed in an almost surreal light. In the center of the clearing stood a figure unlike anything Alex had ever seen. She was tall and graceful, her presence both mesmerizing and otherworldly. Her skin was a delicate shade of iridescent blue, catching and reflecting the ambient light in a way that made her seem to shimmer and shift with every movement. Her eyes were deep pools of blue, almost like twin galaxies swirling with secrets. Alex's breath caught in his throat as he approached, his scientific curiosity momentarily overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the being before him. The alien girl stood silently, her gaze fixed on him with an intensity that made him feel as though she could see straight into his soul. For a moment there was silence, the only sounds the soft rustle of leaves and the distant hum of the alien world. Then, without any verbal communication, Alex felt a sudden rush of thoughts and emotions, a flood of sensations that weren't his own, yet seemed to weave seamlessly into his consciousness. Asterisk, do not be afraid. A voice echoed in his mind, calm and soothing. It was as though the words were whispered directly into his thoughts, bypassing any need for spoken language. Asterisk, I mean you no harm. Alex staggered back, his mind struggling to process the telepathic communication. He had read about telepathic species in theoretical papers, but this was the first time he had experienced it firsthand. I didn't know, he stammered, attempting to regain his composure. I didn't expect to find anyone or anything like you. The alien girl's gaze softened, and Alex felt a gentle warmth emanating from her. She stepped closer, her movements graceful and fluid. Asterisk, my name is Alara, she projected into his mind. Asterisk, I'm the last of the Illyrians. Alex's mind raced. The Illyrians were a mythic species mentioned only in ancient texts and speculative theories. To think that he was standing before one, an actual Illyrian, was beyond anything he had ever dreamed. Last of your kind? Alex echoed, his voice barely above a whisper. What happened to the rest of your people? Alara's expression grew somber, and a wave of sadness washed over him through their mental connection. Asterisk. A great calamity befell us long ago. We were once a thriving civilization, but now I am alone. Her thoughts conveyed a deep sense of loss and solitude. Despite the gravity of the situation, Alex felt a profound connection with Alara. Her telepathic abilities allowed him to feel her emotions and thoughts directly, bridging the vast chasm between their worlds. I'm sorry for your loss, Alex said, his voice filled with genuine sympathy. I want to help. I need to understand more about your world and your people. Alara's eyes brightened with a flicker of hope. Asterisk. Thank you, Alex. Your presence here is not a mere coincidence. There is much to learn, and perhaps together we can uncover the mysteries of this world and ensure that the legacy of the Illyrians endures. As they stood together in the clearing, surrounded by the alien beauty of Epsilon 9, Alex felt a sense of purpose and wonder. The universe had brought him to this extraordinary place, and with Alara by his side, he knew their journey was only just beginning. As Alex stood in the clearing, the shock of encountering Alara began to wear off, replaced by a mix of awe and trepidation. His scientific mind whirred with questions, but he was also acutely aware of the danger of missteps. The alien girl's telepathic communication had calmed him somewhat, yet he was still wary of the unknown. Alara, for her part, seemed just as cautious. Though her appearance was ethereal and her presence soothing, there was an unmistakable air of careful observation in her demeanor. She moved closer, each step deliberate and graceful, her eyes never leaving Alex's. Alex noticed the slight, almost imperceptible fluctuations in the light around her, an effect of her telepathic abilities interacting with the ambient energy of the planet. It was as though she was trying to gauge his reactions and intentions. He took a deep breath, attempting to steady his nerves, and held out his hand, a universal gesture of peace and introduction. Hello, Alara, I'm Alex, he said, his voice steady but filled with curiosity. I come in peace. I'm a scientist, and I'm here to explore and learn. Alara paused, her gaze fixed on his outstretched hand. She seemed to weigh his words and intentions, her deep blue eyes searching his face. After a moment, she extended her own hand, its touch light and warm against his skin. The contact was electric, sending a ripple of sensation through Alex as he felt a subtle connection forming. Asterisk. You are different from any being I have ever encountered. Alara's voice resonated in his mind. Asterisk your emotions, your thoughts. They are a mystery to me. Alex nodded, appreciating the sentiment. And you are different from anything I could have imagined. I've read about species with telepathic abilities, but experiencing it firsthand is, well, overwhelming. Alara tilted her head slightly, a gesture that seemed to signify both curiosity and contemplation. Asterisk. I sense that you have many questions, Alex. I can sense your curiosity and your apprehension. Allow me to show you more of our world if you are willing to trust me. The offer was both thrilling and unsettling. Alex's training had taught him to approach the unknown with caution, yet the opportunity to learn about an advanced alien species and their world was too compelling to ignore. He could sense Alara's genuine intent to share and connect, despite the initial wariness. I'm willing to trust you, Alex said, his voice steady. Show me what you're willing to share. I want to understand more about your people and this planet. A flicker of relief and gratitude passed through Alara's thoughts, and she extended a hand toward him, guiding him deeper into the forest. As they walked together, the bioluminescent flora lit their path, and Alex couldn't help but marvel at the alien landscape, his fears gradually giving way to a deepening sense of wonder. The journey through the forest was filled with both silent observation and unspoken communication. Alex noticed that Alara occasionally paused to touch the plants and creatures they encountered, her fingers emitting a soft, iridescent glow that seemed to interact with the environment. Each touch revealed new aspects of the flora and fauna, as if Alara was not only guiding him through the world, but also sharing her deep connection with it. Despite his initial fear, Alex found himself drawn to Alara's gentle presence and the beauty of the alien world she inhabited. The more he learned, the more he realized that this encounter was a rare opportunity, one that could unravel the mysteries of Epsilon 9 and perhaps forge an unprecedented bond between their species. As Alex and Alara ventured deeper into the vibrant landscape of Epsilon 9, they faced an unexpected challenge: the language barrier. Despite their mutual curiosity and growing bond, communicating their thoughts and intentions proved difficult. Alara's telepathic abilities, though powerful, were not yet fully attuned to the nuances of human language, and Alex had no way of understanding the complex, alien syntax of Illyrian speech. In the beginning, they relied heavily on gestures and expressions to bridge the gap. Alara would point to various plants and creatures, using her hands to mimic their actions or effects. Alex, in turn, tried to reciprocate with gestures of his own, attempting to convey his questions and observations. It was a slow and sometimes frustrating process, but both were determined to make it work. One afternoon, as they rested by a crystalline stream, Alex decided to test a new approach. He pulled out a small portable device from his emergency kit, a translation tool he had hoped would work in alien environments. He showed it to Alara, demonstrating how it worked by speaking into it and letting it translate his words into a series of beeps and lights. Alara watched with keen interest, her eyes reflecting a mixture of curiosity and confusion. She touched the device tentatively, her fingers making the lights flicker in response. Alex could sense her puzzlement and decided to simplify his approach. He began drawing simple images in the dirt, sketches of various objects, animals, and even his spacecraft. Alara examined his drawings with a thoughtful expression, and Alex felt a sense of relief when she began to mimic the shapes and concepts he had depicted. Despite these efforts, the process was far from perfect. Alara's attempts to understand human concepts were marked by moments of trial and error. Sometimes her interpretations were off, leading to amusing misunderstandings. But with each mistake came learning, and both Alex and Alara grew more adept at deciphering each other's signals. Gradually, Alex began to notice a change in Alara's approach. She would close her eyes, focusing intently, and he would feel a gentle tug in his mind, a feeling of someone trying to reach out to him. It was during one of these moments that Alara began to share a fragment of her telepathic ability with him. At first, the telepathic communication was faint and fleeting, like whispers on the edge of his consciousness. Alara's thoughts were not entirely clear, but they were enough to convey basic concepts and emotions. Alex felt a rush of new sensations, fragments of images, feelings of curiosity, and glimpses of Alara's thoughts. It was disorienting, but incredibly enlightening. Asterisk. I am trying to share my thoughts with you. Alara's voice echoed softly in his mind. Asterisk, it is difficult, but I hope this helps us understand each other better. The telepathic link grew stronger over time, allowing for more nuanced exchanges. Alex found himself able to send his own thoughts and questions, albeit with some difficulty. The experience was like navigating a foggy landscape, but it was a step forward in bridging their communication gap. Their evolving connection was both challenging and rewarding. The more they practiced, the more Alex and Alara began to understand each other's perspectives. Through this telepathic bridge, they could share not just words, but emotions, memories, and experiences, creating a deeper bond and a more profound understanding of one another. As they continued their exploration of Epsilon 9, the once formidable barrier of language began to dissolve. They discovered new ways to communicate, building a foundation of trust and collaboration. The journey ahead was still filled with unknowns, but Alex felt a growing confidence that together they could overcome any obstacle and unlock the secrets of this remarkable world. As Alex and Alara's communication improved, the connection between them deepened. Their exchanges grew more profound, and Alex began to gain glimpses into Alara's past, a history that was both captivating and tragic. One evening, as the sun set over the alien landscape, casting long shadows and painting the sky in hues of violet and gold, Alara led Alex to a secluded area of the forest. It was a place of serene beauty, where the bioluminescent plants glowed softly in the twilight, and the air was filled with a gentle melodic hum. Alara sat down on a smooth, iridescent rock, her gaze distant and contemplative. Asterisk, I want to show you something. Alara's thoughts resonated in Alex's mind. Asterisk, something important about my people. Alex nodded, his curiosity piqued. He settled beside her, feeling a mix of anticipation and respect. Alara closed her eyes and took a deep breath, her presence becoming more focused and serene. Alex soon felt a wave of warmth and energy envelop him, and his mind was flooded with vivid, emotional visions. The first vision was of a lush, thriving world, the Illyrians' home before the calamity. The planet was a paradise of verdant landscapes, sparkling oceans, and towering cities made of crystalline structures. Illyrians of all ages moved gracefully through their world, their luminous forms blending harmoniously with the beauty of their environment. They were depicted in moments of celebration, their advanced technology seamlessly integrated into their way of life, reflecting a civilization of peace and prosperity. But then the vision shifted abruptly. Alex saw dark, swirling clouds engulfing the sky, and the once peaceful world was bathed in an ominous red light. The Illyrian cities were in ruins, and the air was filled with the echoes of conflict and despair. The images were chaotic and fragmented, fleeting scenes of destruction, fleeing Illyrians, and battles that seemed to span across the cosmos. The visions continued, revealing the cause of the destruction. Alex saw glimpses of ancient cosmic forces, massive, shadowy entities clashing in the void of space. Their battles were cataclysmic, tearing through the fabric of space and time, and their aftermath left the Illyrians' world devastated. It became clear that the Illyrians had been caught in the crossfire of an ancient cosmic war, a conflict that had ravaged their world and nearly wiped out their species. The final vision was one of solitude and loss. Alex saw Alara standing alone in the midst of the ruins of her once great civilization. The planet was now a shadow of its former self, its once lush landscape scarred and desolate. Alara's face was etched with grief and determination, a lone survivor holding on to the memory of her people and their lost glory. The vision subsided, and Alex returned to the present, feeling a profound sadness and empathy for Alara and her people. He saw the weight of their history reflected in her eyes, the loss, the resilience, and the hope that somehow their story would not be forgotten. Asterisk, I share this with you not just to remember, but to honor the legacy of the Illyrians. Alara's thoughts, conveyed gently. Asterisk, my people may be gone, but their spirit lives on in the memory of their world and their achievements, and perhaps, through our connection, their story can find a place in the universe once more. Alex took a deep breath, his heart heavy with the weight of what he had witnessed. Thank you for sharing this with me, Alara. Your people's legacy is profound and moving. I'll do everything I can to honor their memory and ensure their story is heard. As they sat together in the twilight, Alex felt a renewed sense of purpose. The journey ahead was no longer just about exploration. It was about preserving and celebrating the rich history of the Illyrians and finding a way to ensure that their legacy would endure beyond the confines of their lost world. As the days passed, Alex and Alara's bond grew stronger, forged through shared experiences and the gradual overcoming of their communication barriers. One evening, as the first stars began to twinkle in the alien sky, Alara took Alex to a serene and secluded grove. The place was bathed in the soft glow of bioluminescent flora, their light casting an almost mystical ambience. Alara guided Alex to a circular area at the heart of the grove where several large crystalline structures rose from the ground. These structures pulsated with a gentle light, and as Alex approached, he felt a faint hum resonating through the air. Alara turned to him, her expression both solemn and hopeful. Asterisk, there is a ritual among my people that I would like to share with you, Alara conveyed telepathically. Asterisk, it is a sacred practice, one that allows us to forge deep connections and share our memories and emotions with one another. Alex's curiosity was piqued. A bonding ritual? He asked aloud, though his voice was soft to respect the serenity of the grove. Alara nodded, her luminous eyes reflecting the soft glow of the crystals. Asterisk. Yes, it is a way to deepen our connection and understand each other on a more profound level. It is a gesture of trust and unity. She explained that the ritual involved a series of steps. Alex was to sit on one of the crystalline platforms, which were designed to enhance the telepathic link between individuals. The crystals were embedded with a special energy that resonated with Illyrian biology, amplifying their telepathic abilities. Alara would join him, and together they would enter a state of deep mental and emotional connection. Alex agreed, feeling a mix of excitement and apprehension. He took his place on the platform, and Alara settled beside him. As she began to touch the crystals with her delicate fingers, they emitted a warm, pulsating light that enveloped them both. Alara closed her eyes and took a deep breath, focusing her energy. Alex felt a subtle shift in the air around them, as if the grove itself was holding its breath. He tried to relax, allowing himself to be open to the experience. Asterisk, let us begin. Alara's thoughts guided him softly. Asterisk, focus on your memories and emotions. Allow them to flow freely. As the ritual commenced, Alex felt a wave of warmth and calm wash over him. He could sense Alara's presence more clearly, her emotions and thoughts merging with his own. The boundaries between them seemed to dissolve, and he was enveloped in a shared mental space where their memories and feelings intermingled. Alex experienced a flood of sensations. He saw glimpses of Alara's life, the vibrant world of the Illyrians before the calamity, the joy of their celebrations, the sorrow of their loss, and the hope that had driven Alara to survive. He felt her deep longing for connection and understanding, and the weight of her people's history. In return, Alara delved into Alex's memories, his life on Earth, the journey that led him to Epsilon 9, the dreams and aspirations that drove him to explore the stars. She experienced his wonder at discovering new worlds, his moments of doubt and determination, and the deep empathy he felt for her and her people. The ritual created a profound sense of unity between them. Alex and Alara could feel each other's joys and sorrows, triumphs and struggles. It was a deeply intimate exchange, revealing the core of who they were and the experiences that shaped them. When the ritual ended, Alex and Alara sat in silence, the bond between them strengthened by the shared experience. The grove seemed even more peaceful, the light of the crystals now a gentle, soothing presence around them. Asterisk, thank you for sharing this with me. Alex conveyed through their telepathic link, his voice filled with gratitude. Asterisk, it has given me a deeper understanding of you and your people. Alara smiled, her gaze warm and appreciative. Asterisk, and thank you for trusting me with your memories. Our connection is now stronger, and together we can honor the legacy of the Illyrians and explore the mysteries of this world with a renewed sense of unity. As they left the grove, Alex felt a renewed sense of purpose and connection. The bonding ritual had not only deepened his relationship with Alara, but had also reinforced his commitment to preserving the Illyrians' legacy and continuing their journey of discovery together. As the days turned into weeks, Alex and Alara's bond grew ever stronger. Their explorations of Epsilon 9 became more than just a journey through a strange and beautiful world. They were also a journey into each other's lives and histories. They ventured through the planet's diverse landscapes, each new environment revealing another facet of Epsilon 9's enigmatic beauty. From the bioluminescent forests to the crystalline caves that resonated with a haunting melodic echo, every discovery was shared with wonder and excitement. In the evenings, they would sit by the glowing embers of a campfire, its light reflecting off the alien foliage and casting intricate shadows. As they rested, they took turns sharing stories from their respective worlds. Alex spoke of Earth, its diverse cultures, its history of exploration, and the technological advancements that had brought him to Epsilon 9. He described the thrill of space travel, the camaraderie of his crew, and the beauty of Earth from orbit. His stories were filled with a sense of wonder and pride, and Alara listened with rapt attention, her eyes glowing with curiosity and admiration. In return, Alara shared the rich history and culture of the Illyrians. She spoke of their ancient traditions, their art, and their philosophy of harmony with the universe. She told Alex about the Illyrians' deep connection to their planet, their rituals, and their advanced technology that blended seamlessly with nature. Her stories painted a vivid picture of a civilization that had once flourished and thrived in ways that Alex found both inspiring and poignant. As their connection deepened, they began to explore not just the physical world around them, but also the emotional landscapes of their own experiences. Alex learned about Alara's hopes and dreams for her people's legacy, and he shared his own aspirations and fears. They discussed their values, their struggles, and their visions for the future. The moments of quiet reflection and shared experiences fostered a growing intimacy between them. They began to understand each other's nuances and appreciate the beauty in their differences. The telepathic bond they had established allowed them to communicate with greater depth and clarity, and it became a source of comfort and strength as they faced the challenges of their environment together. One day, as they explored a breathtakingly beautiful crystalline lake that reflected the colors of the sky, Alex looked over at Alara. The setting sun cast a warm, golden light across the water, and he saw a sense of peace and contentment in her gaze. "You know," Alex said softly, "I never imagined that a mission like this would lead to something so profound. Meeting you, learning about your world, it's changed me in ways I never expected." Alara smiled, her expression tender and thoughtful. Asterisk. "And meeting you has been a revelation for me as well, Alex. It has shown me that despite the vastness of the universe, there are connections that transcend the boundaries of our worlds." As they sat together by the lake, the sky ablaze with colors, Alex and Alara felt a deep sense of unity and understanding. Their journey through Epsilon 9 had become more than an exploration of a distant planet. It was a journey of the heart, forging a bond that was as deep and intricate as the world they were discovering. The connection they had built was not just about sharing experiences, but about finding a sense of belonging and purpose in each other's presence. Their growing relationship became a testament to the power of empathy, trust, and the endless possibilities of the universe. As Alex and Alara continued their exploration of Epsilon 9, they encountered not only the wonders of the planet, but also the dangers lurking within its vibrant ecosystem. The alien world, while breathtakingly beautiful, harbored a variety of formidable creatures, some of which proved to be quite hostile. One afternoon, while traversing a dense, mist-covered jungle, they stumbled upon a massive, bioluminescent beast, its scales glowing with an eerie light and its eyes reflecting a predatory intelligence. The creature had sharp, barbed spines running down its back and a growl that reverberated through the underbrush. It was unlike anything Alex had seen, and its imposing presence immediately put them on high alert. Alex and Alara froze, assessing the situation. The creature's gaze was fixed on them, its nostrils flaring as it detected their presence. It seemed to be evaluating them, its body tense and ready to pounce. Asterisk, we need to be cautious. Alara's thoughts conveyed urgently. Asterisk, this creature is territorial and aggressive. We must find a way to avoid confrontation. Alex nodded, his mind racing through possible strategies. He knew that direct combat would be dangerous and likely futile against such a powerful opponent. Instead, he focused on using his knowledge of survival tactics and his ability to think quickly under pressure. They decided to use their environment to their advantage. Alex and Alara slowly backed away from the creature, careful not to make sudden movements that might provoke it further. Alex spotted a dense thicket of thorny plants nearby and signaled to Alara. They made a strategic retreat towards the thicket, hoping to use it as cover. As they moved, the creature followed them, its growls growing more insistent. Just as it was about to close in, Alex and Alara reached the thicket and ducked behind its thick, thorn-covered branches. The creature, unable to navigate through the dense foliage, hesitated and then retreated, its frustration evident in its snarls. Panting and with adrenaline still coursing through their veins, Alex and Alara exchanged relieved glances. They had managed to avoid a potentially deadly confrontation through quick thinking and teamwork. "That was too close," Alex said, his voice steady but tinged with the lingering thrill of the encounter. "I didn't expect the wildlife here to be so aggressive." Alara nodded, her eyes reflecting a mix of relief and contemplation. Asterisk Epsilon 9 is a world of contrasts. Its beauty is matched by its danger. We must always be prepared for the unexpected. Their close call with the hostile creature served as a stark reminder of the planet's unpredictable nature. Over the following days, they encountered other challenges, from treacherous terrain to aggressive flora that seemed to react defensively to their presence. Each encounter tested their survival skills and their ability to adapt. Through these trials, Alex and Alara's bond grew even stronger. Their shared experiences in the face of danger forged a deeper trust between them. They learned to rely on each other's strengths, Alex's practical knowledge of survival and Alara's keen instincts and telepathic abilities. Their mutual respect and reliance on one another became a cornerstone of their relationship. The challenges they faced together not only tested their skills but also deepened their connection, creating a sense of unity and purpose. One evening, as they sat by their campfire, recovering from another challenging day, Alex looked over at Alara. Her face was illuminated by the flickering flames, and he could see the determination and resilience in her eyes. "We've been through a lot together," Alex said, his tone reflective. "But I think it's made us stronger, both as explorers and as friends." Alara smiled, her eyes warm and filled with gratitude. Asterisk, yes, Alex, our journey through this world has forged a bond that is as resilient as it is profound. Together, we can face any challenge and continue to uncover the mysteries of Epsilon 9. Asterisk. As the firelight danced and the stars began to emerge in the alien sky, Alex and Alara felt a renewed sense of solidarity. The planet's dangers had tested their resolve, but it had also strengthened their connection, preparing them for the adventures and discoveries that lay ahead. As Alex and Alara continued their exploration of Epsilon 9, they ventured into less charted territories of the planet, driven by a shared curiosity and the promise of new discoveries. Their travels led them to an uncharted region, covered in dense foliage and rugged terrain, a stark contrast to the more familiar bioluminescent forests and crystalline landscapes they had previously encountered. One day, after traversing a particularly challenging section of the jungle, they stumbled upon a hidden path that led them to a massive, ancient structure, partially concealed by the overgrowth. As they approached, the grandeur of the structure became evident, an imposing temple of Illyrian design, its surface covered in intricate carvings and glowing symbols that pulsed faintly with an otherworldly energy. The temple's architecture was unlike anything Alex had seen before. It was a fusion of natural and technological elements, with towering spires that seemed to merge seamlessly with the surrounding landscape. The carvings on the walls depicted scenes of Illyrian history, their advanced technology, and cosmic phenomena that hinted at the temple's significance. "This must be one of the ancient temples Alara spoke of," Alex said, awe evident in his voice. "It's incredible." Alara's eyes sparkled with a mix of reverence and excitement. Asterisk. "Yes, this is one of the sacred places of my people. It is said that such temples held the greatest achievements of Illyrian technology and knowledge. Perhaps this one still holds secrets that could be of great significance. With a sense of wonder and trepidation, they approached the entrance of the temple. The massive doors, adorned with intricate glyphs and glowing symbols, were slightly ajar, as if inviting them inside. Alara extended her hand, and the symbols on the door began to respond, their glow intensifying as if recognizing her presence. As they entered, they were greeted by a grand hall, its high ceilings supported by columns of shimmering crystal. The interior was filled with ancient technology, machines, consoles, and devices that pulsed with faint rhythmic light. The air was cool and filled with a subtle hum of energy. Alara led Alex to a central console, its surface covered in ancient Illyrian script and symbols. She placed her hands on the console, and the symbols began to shift and change as if responding to her touch. The console's surface illuminated, revealing a holographic interface that projected a map of the galaxy and intricate schematics of interstellar communication technology. Asterisk. This is extraordinary. Alara's thoughts conveyed with excitement. Asterisk. This technology could have been used to communicate across vast distances, perhaps even reaching other star systems. It is a legacy of our people's advanced understanding of the cosmos. Alex examined the holographic display with keen interest. The interface depicted a network of communication relays, their design elegant and complex. There were nodes and pathways connecting various points in space, suggesting a sophisticated system capable of transmitting information over light years. "We need to understand how this works," Alex said, his scientific curiosity piqued. "If we can decipher this technology, it might not only reveal more about the Illyrians, but also help us with our own communications." Alara nodded, her focus shifting to the various components of the console. She began to interact with the holographic interface, her telepathic abilities enhancing her understanding of the technology. Alex watched in awe as she deftly navigated through the system, her knowledge of Illyrian technology guiding her actions. Hours passed as they worked together, deciphering the complex technology and its functions. The temple's advanced systems responded to their efforts, revealing data about the Illyrians' communications network, their attempts to reach out to other civilizations, and their understanding of the universe. Eventually, they discovered a set of coordinates embedded within the system, coordinates that pointed to a distant location in space. Alara's excitement was palpable as she realized that these coordinates might represent a potential contact point or a beacon left by her ancestors. Asterisk. This could be a sign of where the Illyrians tried to reach out before the fall of our civilization. Alara's thoughts resonated with a mixture of hope and awe. Asterisk. It may lead us to more remnants of our people, or even to other civilizations that might have received our messages. Alex shared her enthusiasm, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. This discovery could be monumental. It might provide insights into your people's history and potentially open new avenues for interstellar communication. As they left the ancient temple, the sun setting in the sky cast a warm glow over their path. The discovery of the ancient technology was not just a breakthrough in their exploration, but also a profound connection to the Illyrians' legacy. It was a reminder of the advanced and noble civilization that had once thrived on Epsilon 9, and a symbol of the hope that their story and knowledge might continue to resonate across the stars. The discovery of the ancient Illyrian technology had been exhilarating, a breakthrough that promised to reshape Alex's understanding of the universe and his place within it. The technology's potential to reach across vast distances had opened up a new realm of possibilities, but it also presented Alex with a profound dilemma. As days passed, Alex and Alara continued to explore the temple's technology, learning more about its capabilities. The console's holographic interface provided detailed instructions for activating the communication network, and they realized that it could be used to send a signal across the galaxy. The signal could potentially reach Earth, offering a chance for Alex to call for rescue and return home. One evening, after a long day of studying the technology, Alex and Alara sat together by their campfire, the flickering flames casting a warm light on their faces. The weight of the decision that Alex faced was heavy on his mind. He had been thinking about it constantly, torn between his duty as an astronaut and the deep connection he had formed with Alara. Asterisk, I can see that something is troubling you. Alara's thoughts conveyed softly. Asterisk. Is there something you wish to discuss? Alex took a deep breath, the gravity of the situation weighing on him. Yes, there is. I've been thinking about the technology we discovered. We have the ability to send a signal to Earth, a signal that could bring rescue and allow me to return home. Alara's expression grew somber as she sensed the inner conflict in Alex. Asterisk, I understand. It is a choice between your duty and your desire to stay here. Alex nodded, feeling a pang of sadness at the thought of leaving. I never imagined I would face such a choice. On one hand, there's the responsibility I have to my mission and the people back home. On the other hand, staying here means leaving everything I've ever known and risking never seeing Earth again. Alara reached out, placing a hand gently on Alex's. Asterisk, your decision is indeed difficult, but know that whatever choice you make, it will be respected. Our bond and what we've shared are important, and I want you to make the decision that feels right to you. Alex looked into Alara's eyes, seeing the depth of her understanding and empathy. He was torn between the allure of the unknown and the safety of the familiar, between the promise of a new life with Alara and the responsibilities he had left behind. Asterisk, what do you feel in your heart? Alara's thoughts asked gently. Asterisk, what is most important to you in this moment? Alex took a moment to reflect on his journey. He thought about his life on Earth, the friends, family, and the work he had dedicated himself to. He thought about the incredible experiences he had had, the dreams he had pursued, and the sense of purpose he had felt. But he also thought about his growing connection with Alara, the bond they had formed, and the potential for a new future that lay before them. Finally, he spoke with a voice that was both resolute and filled with emotion. Alara, being here with you has been one of the most meaningful experiences of my life. I have learned so much, and I feel a deep connection to you and to this world. But I also have a responsibility to return and share what we've discovered, to continue my work and be there for the people I care about. Alara nodded, her eyes reflecting both sadness and understanding. Asterisk. I see. You wish to honor both your responsibilities and the bond we share. It is a noble decision, and I respect your choice. Alex felt a sense of relief and sadness mingle together. He knew that he would have to leave Alara and Epsilon 9 behind, but he also felt a renewed sense of purpose. The technology they had discovered would be invaluable, not just for his return, but for the knowledge it could bring to humanity. Asterisk, I will use the technology to send a signal and call for rescue, Alex said, his voice steady. But I want you to know that what we've shared will always be a part of me. I'll carry the memory of our time together and the connection we've forged. Alara's expression softened, and she offered a warm, heartfelt smile. Asterisk, and I will cherish the time we've spent together and the bond we've created. No matter where you go, you will always have a place in my heart. As Alex prepared to activate the communication technology, he felt a mix of emotions, hope, sadness, and a deep appreciation for the journey he had experienced. The decision to return to Earth was a difficult one, but it was also a testament to the powerful connections that had shaped his path. Just as Alex and Alara were coming to terms with the decision about his return and preparing to activate the communication technology, their plans were disrupted by an unexpected and ominous development. A new threat emerged on the horizon, one that was far from the natural dangers of Epsilon 9. One evening, as they were examining the communication console, a sudden and unfamiliar signal interrupted their work. Alara's eyes widened in alarm as she recognized the nature of the signal. Asterisk, Alex, we have a problem, Alara's thoughts conveyed urgently. There's an external signal coming from an unidentified source. It's not one of our devices. Alex's heart raced as he checked the readings on the console. The signal was coming from an approaching spacecraft, and it was rapidly closing in on their location. He and Alara exchanged worried glances. Before they could react, the sky was illuminated by the harsh light of a descending ship, an imposing vessel of advanced design, sleek and menacing. It landed a short distance away, its engines still humming ominously. The sight of the ship filled Alex with dread. As the ship's ramp lowered and figures emerged, Alex and Alara saw the unmistakable insignia of a rogue human faction, a group known for its greed and ruthless exploitation of advanced technologies. These individuals had a reputation for seeking out valuable resources and technologies to further their own interests, regardless of the cost. The leader of the faction, a cold and calculating figure named Victor Kane, stepped forward. His demeanor exuded arrogance and authority. He surveyed the area with a keen, predatory gaze. Well, Victor Kane's voice was smooth and dangerous. Looks like we finally found what we were looking for. Alex's stomach churned with a mix of fear and anger. He recognized the threat these individuals posed. They were intent on exploiting the Illyrian technology for their own gain, with no regard for the consequences. Asterisk, we must act quickly. Alara's thoughts urged. Asterisk. These individuals could jeopardize everything we've worked for, including the safety of the temple and the technology. Alex nodded, his mind racing with a plan. We need to protect the technology and ensure it doesn't fall into their hands. We can't let them exploit it or put anyone in danger. They retreated to a concealed position within the temple, their minds working in tandem to devise a strategy. Alara used her telepathic abilities to gather information on the intruders, while Alex prepared for a potential confrontation. As Victor Kane and his faction approached the temple, their intentions became clear. They began to examine the technology with greedy fascination, their actions betraying their lack of respect for its significance. They attempted to access the console, manipulating the controls with a rough disregard for the delicate systems. Start extracting the data, Victor ordered his team. We need to get everything we can before those two have a chance to stop us. Alex and Alara knew they had to act swiftly. They decided to sabotage the faction's efforts and protect the temple's secrets. Alex prepared to disable the console remotely, while Alara used her telepathic abilities to create a distraction. Alara projected a series of disorienting images and sounds, causing confusion and panic among the intruders. This distraction gave Alex the opportunity he needed. He accessed the console's security protocols and initiated a series of protective measures that would lock down the technology and prevent unauthorized access. The rogue faction members scrambled to understand what was happening, their frustration mounting as the systems became increasingly inaccessible. Victor Kane's face turned red with anger as he realized that their plunder was slipping away. "Shut it down!" Victor barked, his voice filled with fury. "We're running out of time!" In the midst of the chaos, Alex and Alara managed to stealthily maneuver their way closer to the intruders. They knew they had to confront them directly to prevent any further damage. Alex's heart pounded as he prepared for the inevitable confrontation. Victor Kane, sensing their approach, turned to face them. His eyes narrowed as he recognized Alex and Alara. "So, you're the ones who've been meddling with our plans," Victor sneered. "You're in over your heads. Surrender now, and maybe we'll let you live." Alex stood firm, his resolve unwavering. "We won't let you exploit this technology or harm anyone. Leave now, before it's too late." The tension between them was palpable, a standoff that could determine the fate of the Illyrian technology and the future of Epsilon 9. Alex and Alara prepared for a fight, ready to protect the ancient technology and their mission at any cost. The confrontation was intense, a battle of wills and skills. Alex and Alara fought bravely, using their knowledge of the temple and its defenses to their advantage. The rogue faction was skilled, but they were unprepared for the combined efforts of Alex's tactical knowledge and Alara's telepathic abilities. As the battle reached its climax, Victor Kane and his team were forced to retreat. Their plans had been thwarted, and they were left with no choice but to abandon their attempt to seize the Illyrian technology. Victor glared at Alex and Alara as he withdrew, his anger and frustration evident. "This isn't over," he threatened. "We'll be back." With the immediate threat averted, Alex and Alara took a moment to catch their breath. The temple was safe for now, and the ancient technology remained protected. "We've managed to protect the technology," Alara's thoughts conveyed with relief. Asterisk, but we must remain vigilant. This isn't the end of the threat. Alex nodded, feeling a mixture of exhaustion and determination. "We'll need to continue safeguarding this place and ensure that no one else can exploit it. Our work here isn't finished." As they stood together, amidst the remnants of the confrontation, Alex and Alara knew that their journey was far from over. They faced not only the challenges of Epsilon 9, but also the ongoing threat posed by those who sought to exploit its secrets for their own gain. Their bond had been tested, but it had also grown stronger in the face of adversity. The aftermath of the confrontation with Victor Kane and his faction left Alex and Alara in a precarious situation. Though they had managed to protect the Illyrian technology temporarily, their victory was short-lived. Victor Kane, unrelenting and desperate, had regrouped and returned with renewed determination. In a swift and ruthless maneuver, the rogue humans captured Alara while she was temporarily separated from Alex. They had ambushed her with precision, their objective clear: to exploit Alara's telepathic abilities and the knowledge she held about the Illyrian technology. When Alex realized what had happened, he felt a surge of panic and resolve. He knew he had to act quickly to save Alara and prevent her from falling into their hands. Using the knowledge Alara had shared about the temple's security systems and the advanced technology, Alex devised a daring plan for her rescue. He began by analyzing the rogue faction's base of operations, which was a temporary camp set up near the temple. From his concealed vantage point, he observed their movements and security measures. The base was heavily guarded, with advanced surveillance and automated defenses, but Alex had an advantage. He knew the technology and its vulnerabilities. His plan was to create a diversion that would draw the guards away from their posts and allow him to infiltrate the camp. Alex used a combination of makeshift devices and Illyrian technology to craft an EMP device that could disable the camp's electronic systems temporarily. With the element of surprise on his side, he prepared to execute his plan. As night fell, Alex set his plan into motion. He activated the EMP device from a distance, causing a sudden and intense surge of electromagnetic interference. The camp's lights flickered and went dark, and the surveillance systems went offline. Chaos ensued as the guards scrambled to regain control. Under the cover of darkness, Alex slipped into the camp, moving stealthily through the shadows. He navigated his way to the makeshift prison where Alara was being held. The cell was reinforced with advanced technology, but Alex had studied the design and knew how to bypass it. He used a portable hacking device to override the cell's locking mechanism, the door sliding open with a soft hiss. Alara looked up in surprise and relief as Alex entered. "Alex?" Alara's thoughts conveyed a mix of gratitude and concern. Asterisk, "You came for me. I'm so glad you're here." "We're getting out of here," Alex said firmly, helping her to her feet. "But we need to move quickly. The EMP won't last forever, and they'll be back on high alert soon." They made their way through the camp, avoiding the disoriented guards and using the temporary confusion to their advantage. Alex and Alara reached the perimeter of the camp, but their escape was impeded by a final line of defenses, a high-tech security gate. With time running out, Alex remembered the Illyrian technology schematics he had studied earlier. He quickly fashioned a device to bypass the gate's security protocols. The gate slid open, and they dashed through, heading back towards the safety of the temple. As they approached the temple, Alara turned to Alex, her eyes filled with appreciation. Asterisk, "Thank you for rescuing me. Your bravery and quick thinking saved us." Alex smiled, feeling a mix of relief and pride. "I couldn't have done it without the knowledge you shared. We make a great team." They reached the temple and activated its defenses to secure their position. The rogue faction, realizing their prisoners had escaped, launched a desperate pursuit, but found themselves thwarted by the temple's advanced security measures. The temple's protective barriers held firm, keeping the intruders at bay. With the immediate threat contained, Alex and Alara took a moment to catch their breath. The ordeal had tested their resolve and their bond, but it had also reinforced their commitment to each other and their mission. "We've managed to protect the technology and escape from danger," Alara's thoughts conveyed with a sense of accomplishment. Asterisk, "But we must continue to be vigilant. There will likely be more challenges ahead." Alex nodded, his determination renewed. "We'll stay alert and ensure that the technology remains safe. Together, we can face whatever comes our way." As they stood in the sanctuary of the temple, the danger of the rogue faction still looming in their minds, Alex and Alara felt a renewed sense of purpose. Their connection had been tested, but it had also grown stronger through the trials they had faced. They were united not only by their shared experiences, but also by their commitment to protecting the Illyrian legacy and each other. As the chaos of the rogue faction's camp ensued, Alex knew he had only a short window of opportunity to execute his rescue mission. With the EMP device creating a temporary disruption, he had to act swiftly and strategically to save Alara from her captors. Alex approached the rogue camp under the cover of darkness, relying on the dense alien foliage and the natural terrain of Epsilon 9 to conceal his movements. He moved quietly, his training as an astronaut and his familiarity with the planet's environment guiding him through the shadows. The EMP had disabled the camp's electronic systems, but the guards were regaining their composure and would soon be on high alert. He navigated through the tangled undergrowth, using the planet's bioluminescent flora to his advantage. The glowing plants provided enough light for him to see while remaining concealed from prying eyes. Alex reached the perimeter of the camp, where he found a temporary security checkpoint. The guards were disoriented but still present, and he needed to bypass them. Alex scanned the area and noticed a cluster of the planet's native, non-aggressive creatures, small, bioluminescent insects that emitted a soothing, rhythmic hum. Inspired by their natural camouflage and the EMP's effect on electronic devices, Alex used a small, modified device he'd crafted from the Illyrian technology. He activated it to emit a signal that mimicked the insect's hum, creating a subtle, disorienting noise that drew the guards' attention away from their posts. As the guards investigated the noise, Alex slipped past them and made his way towards the makeshift prison where Alara was held. The cell was reinforced with advanced technology, and he could see the faint glow of its locking mechanism from a distance. Alex had to act quickly before the EMP's effects wore off completely. He approached the cell discreetly, using a small tool he'd fashioned from the Illyrian technology to interface with the cell's lock. The technology's advanced design allowed him to bypass the security measures, and the cell door slid open with a soft hiss. Inside, Alara looked up with a mixture of surprise and relief. Her face lit up when she saw Alex. Alex, you found me. I was worried you wouldn't make it. We don't have much time, Alex said, helping her to her feet. We need to get out of here before the guards realize what's happened. As they made their way out of the cell, Alex used a series of distractions he had prepared. A combination of holographic projections and sound devices created from the Illyrian technology. The distractions caused confusion and disarray among the guards, making it easier for Alex and Alara to navigate through the camp. They encountered several obstacles along the way, including automated security systems that had rebooted after the EMP's interference. Alex skillfully used the planet's resources to counteract these challenges. For example, he utilized a species of plant with reactive properties to create a makeshift smoke screen, obscuring their movements and disrupting the camp's surveillance systems. Finally, they reached the perimeter of the camp, where Alex had prepared a way to bypass the high-tech security gate. He had earlier studied the design of the gate and used his knowledge of Illyrian technology to craft a device that could override the gate's controls. The gate slid open, and they quickly moved through. As they approached the safety of the surrounding forest, Alex and Alara heard the distant sounds of alarms and shouting. The rogue faction had discovered their escape, and the camp was in full alert. The sounds of pursuit grew louder, but Alex and Alara pressed on, using the cover of the alien foliage to conceal their escape. Once they were a safe distance from the camp, they took a moment to catch their breath. The adrenaline of the rescue mission was still coursing through their veins, and the danger they had faced was now behind them. Thank you, Alex. Alara's thoughts conveyed with deep gratitude. Your bravery and resourcefulness saved me. I couldn't have escaped without you. Alex smiled, feeling a profound sense of relief. I couldn't let anything happen to you. We make a great team, and together we can overcome any challenge. As they made their way back to the safety of the temple, the bond between them was stronger than ever. The rescue mission had not only secured Alara's safety, but also reaffirmed their commitment to each other and their shared mission. They knew that the rogue faction would likely continue to pose a threat, but they were ready to face whatever came next, united by their experiences and their determination to protect the Illyrian legacy. After narrowly escaping the rogue faction's camp, Alex and Alara found refuge back at the Illyrian temple. The adrenaline from their daring rescue mission had begun to ebb, leaving them both physically and emotionally exhausted. As the danger faded into the background, the serenity of the temple's sanctuary offered a moment of calm. The night had settled around them, and the stars above Epsilon 9 shone brightly, their light casting a gentle glow over the temple's surroundings. The once menacing atmosphere had transformed into one of peacefulness and reflection. Alex and Alara made their way to a secluded part of the temple, a quiet alcove that overlooked a tranquil bioluminescent lake. The soft hum of the glowing flora and the gentle lapping of the water created a soothing ambience. They sat together on a stone bench, the cool night air enveloping them. As they settled in, Alex looked at Alara, his expression softening. The trials they had faced had brought them closer together, and he could see the depth of their connection more clearly now. Alex, I don't know how to express what I'm feeling. Alara's thoughts conveyed, her voice tinged with vulnerability. Everything we've been through together has made me realize how much you mean to me. Alex reached out, taking Alara's hand in his. The warmth of her touch was comforting, and he felt a profound sense of connection. I feel the same way, Alara. Since the moment we met, you've become so important to me. I can't imagine facing these challenges without you. Alara's eyes met Alex's, her gaze filled with emotion. When we were separated and I was in danger, it made me realize how much I care about you. You're not just my ally, you're someone I cherish deeply. Alex's heart swelled as he listened to her words. The realization of their feelings for each other had grown over time, but the events of the recent days had crystallized their emotions. He leaned closer, his voice filled with tenderness. Alara, through everything we've been through, I've come to understand that my feelings for you have grown into something more than I ever expected. I care for you deeply, and I think I'm in love with you. Alara's eyes shimmered with unshed tears, and a radiant smile spread across her face. I love you too, Alex. You've shown me a kind of love and courage that I never thought I would experience. I'm grateful for every moment we've shared. In that quiet, serene moment, the barriers between them fell away, replaced by a profound sense of unity and affection. Alex gently cupped Alara's face in his hands, his touch tender and reverent. They leaned in, their lips meeting in a soft, heartfelt kiss, a kiss that spoke of their shared experiences, their love, and the hope for a future together. As they pulled away, Alex and Alara remained close, their foreheads touching. The connection they shared was tangible, a bond forged through adversity and deepened by their love. No matter what challenges we may face in the future, Alara's thoughts conveyed softly. I know that as long as we're together, we can overcome anything. Alex nodded, his heart full. I feel the same way. Together we can face whatever comes next, and I'm grateful to have you by my side. They sat together in the alcove, wrapped in each other's arms, finding solace in their shared warmth and the beauty of the night. The emotional climax of their journey had brought them to a place of deep connection and love, a love that had been nurtured through their trials and triumphs. As they looked out over the bioluminescent lake, the stars above seemed to shine even brighter, reflecting the new light of their love and the promise of a future filled with hope and togetherness. As Alex and Alara sat together in the serene alcove, their hearts intertwined in the aftermath of their rescue, a sense of peace settled over them. The tranquil beauty of Epsilon 9 and the depth of their connection provided a moment of calm reflection. It was in this quiet, intimate setting that Alara chose to share a profound and deeply significant revelation. Alara took a deep breath, her gaze turning towards the glowing lake. Alex, there is something important I need to tell you, a revelation that has been on my mind, especially after everything we've experienced together. Alex looked at her with curiosity and concern. What is it, Alara? You can tell me anything. Alara's eyes met his, filled with a mixture of awe and solemnity. In our history, there is an ancient prophecy that has been passed down through generations of Illyrians. It speaks of a union between an Illyrian and an outsider, someone from beyond our world. This union is said to bring a profound change and restore balance to the universe. Alex listened intently, his heart racing as he absorbed the weight of her words. The prophecy describes this union as a convergence of destinies, a bond that has the power to influence the fate of many worlds. It is believed that when the Illyrian and the outsider come together, they will bring harmony and understanding between different worlds, helping to heal and unite disparate civilizations. Alex's mind whirled with the implications of the prophecy. Are you saying that what we have could be part of this prophecy, that our connection might have a greater significance? Alara nodded, her expression earnest. Yes. The prophecy suggests that the bond we share is not just a personal connection, but one with cosmic significance. Our union could play a role in bridging the gaps between worlds and bringing about a new era of cooperation and balance. Alex felt a surge of both wonder and responsibility. The idea that their relationship could have such far-reaching implications was both exhilarating and daunting. He took Alara's hands in his, looking into her eyes with a sense of resolve. "If what you're saying is true, then our love is part of something much larger than ourselves," Alex said softly. "It's incredible to think that our connection could have such an impact on the universe." Alara's eyes shimmered with hope and determination. Asterisk. "It is both an honor and a challenge, but I believe in us and in the strength of our bond. Together we can fulfill this prophecy and help shape a better future for the universe." Alex nodded, feeling a deep sense of purpose. "We've already faced so many challenges together, and I know that whatever comes next, we can handle it. Our love has already proven to be a powerful force." They embraced, the significance of the prophecy adding a new layer of meaning to their relationship. The weight of their shared destiny was tempered by their love and commitment to each other. They understood that their journey was not just about their personal connection, but about contributing to a greater cause. As they stood together by the bioluminescent lake, the stars above seemed to shine even more brightly, reflecting the profound sense of purpose and unity they felt. The prophecy had revealed a new dimension to their bond, and they were ready to embrace the challenges and opportunities that lay ahead. Asterisk. No matter what the future holds, Alara's thoughts conveyed, asterisk, we will face it together with the strength of our love and the knowledge that we are part of something greater. Alex smiled, his heart full of love and determination. Together we'll fulfill this prophecy and create a future where balance and understanding thrive. I believe in us, and I believe in what we can accomplish. Their shared resolve and the promise of their union resonated through the night, a beacon of hope and possibility. As they held each other close, the universe seemed to align with their commitment, offering a glimpse of the potential they held to bring about a new era of harmony and connection. As dawn approached on Epsilon 9, the ancient Illyrian temple stood bathed in the soft glow of the early morning light. The tranquility of the scene belied the impending threat that loomed on the horizon. The rogue faction, enraged by Alex's audacious rescue of Alara, had regrouped and was now preparing for a final, decisive assault on the temple. Alex and Alara were still absorbing the significance of the prophecy when a distant, ominous rumble interrupted their contemplation. The rogue faction's ship, bristling with weaponry and intent, descended from the sky, casting a long shadow over the temple's sacred grounds. The once serene setting transformed into a battleground as the ship's landing gear extended and its ramp lowered to release a swarm of armed soldiers. Alara's expression hardened with determination. "They've come to take the temple and its technology by force. We need to defend it." Alex nodded, quickly transitioning from a state of calm to one of focused readiness. "We've faced their attacks before, and we can do it again. We need to protect the temple and keep them from getting their hands on the Illyrian technology." The rogue soldiers stormed the temple grounds, their weapons primed and their eyes set on the advanced technology within. The temple's protective barriers, though formidable, were quickly being overwhelmed by the sheer force of the assault. Explosions rocked the ground, and the air was filled with the sounds of battle. Alex and Alara prepared to fight side by side, their bond and mutual trust driving them forward. Alara used her telepathic abilities to coordinate their defense, creating a mental link that allowed them to anticipate each other's moves and respond with precision. Alex, armed with knowledge of the temple's layout and advanced weaponry, took up a defensive position near the main control console. The initial wave of rogue soldiers was met with fierce resistance. Alex used a combination of Illyrian technology and makeshift weapons to repel their advances. He activated automated defenses within the temple, triggering a series of energy shields and traps that slowed the enemy's progress. Alara, her telepathic powers amplified by the adrenaline of the battle, projected illusions and disruptions that disoriented the soldiers and created strategic openings for Alex to exploit. Her abilities allowed them to anticipate the rogue faction's movements and counter their attacks with remarkable efficiency. The battle raged on, a fierce and chaotic clash of wills. Despite their best efforts, the rogue soldiers were relentless, pushing forward with the determination to seize the temple's technology. Victor Kane, leading the assault with a grim determination, seemed to be everywhere at once, directing his forces and launching coordinated attacks. In a dramatic turn, Victor Kane confronted Alex directly, his eyes filled with rage and determination. "You think you can stop us? This technology is too valuable to be left in your hands." Alex faced him with unyielding resolve. "We're not going to let you exploit it for your own gain. We'll protect it and keep it out of your hands." The two engaged in a fierce duel, with Victor Kane's advanced weaponry clashing against Alex's resourceful tactics and Illyrian technology. The battle between them was intense, each blow a testament to their respective wills and convictions. Meanwhile, Alara continued to use her telepathic abilities to support Alex, creating barriers and distractions that helped him gain the upper hand. Her mental focus was unwavering, channeling her power to protect the temple and her beloved. As the battle reached its climax, Alex managed to disarm Victor Kane using a combination of skill and strategy to outmaneuver him. With a final decisive move, Alex incapacitated the rogue leader, preventing him from continuing his assault. Victor Kane, defeated and enraged, watched as his forces were driven back by the combined efforts of Alex and Alara. The remaining rogue soldiers, seeing their leader's defeat and the futility of their assault, began to retreat, their plans thwarted. The temple, though battered, had withstood the onslaught. Alex and Alara, exhausted but victorious, stood amidst the aftermath of the battle, their breaths coming in heavy gasps. They had successfully defended the ancient technology and protected their mission. Alara turned to Alex, her eyes reflecting both the strain of the battle and the deep bond they shared. Asterisk. "We did it, Alex. The temple is safe and the technology is protected." Alex nodded, his face a mixture of relief and pride. "We faced an incredible challenge, but together we were able to overcome it. Our bond has proven to be a powerful force." They embraced, finding solace in each other's presence amidst the remnants of the battle. The final showdown had tested their strength and resolve, but it had also reinforced their connection and their commitment to their mission. As they looked out over the temple grounds, the rising sun cast a warm, hopeful light over the scene. The battle was won, but the journey was far from over. With their love and unity as their guiding force, Alex and Alara were ready to face whatever lay ahead, knowing that together they could navigate the challenges and opportunities that awaited them. As the dust from the final showdown began to settle, Alex and Alara stood amidst the ruins of the temple, their bodies and minds exhausted from the intense battle. The rogue faction's assault had left its mark, but the temple's core remained intact, housing the ancient Illyrian technology that had become central to their mission. Amidst the wreckage, Alara sensed a growing threat. The rogue faction was regrouping, and their attempts to breach the temple's defenses had not completely ceased. Her eyes, though weary, were filled with determination. She knew that the safety of Alex, the temple, and the planet depended on a final, desperate measure. Alex, Alara's thoughts, reached out to him with a sense of urgency. "There's something I must do. The technology has a power that can protect us all, but it requires a profound sacrifice. I need to merge my consciousness with it to unleash its full potential." Alex turned to her, his face etched with concern and determination. "Alara, are you sure? Merging with the technology sounds dangerous. I can't lose you." Alara took his hands in hers, her eyes reflecting both the gravity of the situation and her deep affection for him. "This is the only way to ensure our safety and protect the planet. The technology has the power to create a barrier that can shield us from the rogue faction and secure the temple. I'm ready to do this if it means safeguarding our future." With a heavy heart, Alex nodded, understanding the necessity of her decision. "If it's the only way, then I trust you. I'll be here with you every step of the way." Alara approached the central control console, which was now partially exposed and surrounded by the remnants of the battle. The ancient technology, though battered, pulsed with a latent energy, its power waiting to be harnessed. As she began the process of merging her consciousness with the technology, a soft ethereal light enveloped her. The process was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Alara's form began to merge with the intricate crystalline structures of the Illyrian technology. Her telepathic abilities flared, resonating with the technology's energy and creating a deep, harmonic connection. Alex watched with a mixture of awe and trepidation as Alara's presence seemed to blend with the technology. The temple systems activated, and a shimmering barrier began to form around the structure, a protective shield of energy that glowed with the combined power of Alara's consciousness and the ancient technology. Alex! Alara's voice resonated in his mind, filled with a serene and powerful clarity. The barrier is nearly complete. It will protect the temple and the planet from any further threats. I'm merging fully with the technology now. Alex could feel the intensity of her connection, a profound sense of unity and strength that transcended physical boundaries. The shield expanded, forming a dome of energy that surrounded the temple, its protective barrier shimmering with a vibrant, pulsating light. The rogue faction's forces, attempting to breach the temple once more, were met with an impenetrable shield. The energy barrier repelled their attacks with ease, rendering their weapons and efforts futile. The rogue soldiers, faced with the overwhelming power of the shield and the futility of their assault, began to withdraw, their plans thwarted. As the last of the rogue faction's forces retreated, the barrier remained intact, a testament to Alara's sacrifice and the power of the technology. Alex approached the console where Alara's form was now fully integrated with the technology, her presence both luminous and ethereal. Alex, Alara's voice echoed gently in his mind. I'm here, connected with the technology. The planet is safe, and our mission is protected. I'm grateful for your support and your love. Thank you for standing by me. Alex's heart ached with both pride and sorrow. He reached out, placing his hand on the console where Alara's energy was most concentrated. You've given so much, Alara. Your bravery and love have saved us all. I'll always cherish you and the bond we share. In the quiet aftermath of the battle, Alex stood alone in the temple, the protective barrier shimmering around him. The planet was safe, the technology secure, and their mission preserved. The sacrifice Alara had made was both profound and poignant, a testament to the depth of her commitment and the strength of their bond. As the sun began to rise over Epsilon 9, its light reflected off the energy shield, casting a warm glow over the temple. The future was uncertain, but Alex knew that with Alara's sacrifice, they had forged a path towards a new era of balance and harmony. He whispered into the silent expanse of the temple, his voice filled with gratitude and love. Thank you, Alara. Your sacrifice will never be forgotten. Together we've made a difference, and your legacy will shine through. With a heavy heart and a hopeful spirit, Alex prepared to continue their mission, carrying with him the memory of Alara's courage and the promise of a future shaped by their love and the power they had unleashed. As the rogue faction's last desperate attempts to breach the temple's barrier were thwarted by the shimmering shield, Alex remained on high alert. The protective barrier, powered by Alara's merging with the ancient Illyrian technology, held firm against the onslaught, but he knew that such a powerful defense came at a cost. In the midst of the battle, Alara's presence began to waver. Her ethereal form, once radiant with energy, now flickered faintly as the immense power required to maintain the barrier took its toll. The strain was evident. Her connection with the technology was draining her essence, leaving her significantly weakened. Alex, Alara's voice resonated in his mind, strained but determined. I'm using a part of my own essence to sustain the barrier. It's taking more than I anticipated, but it's the only way to ensure your safety and protect the temple. Alex's heart ached at her words. He could sense the immense effort and sacrifice she was making, and the sight of her weakened state filled him with a profound sense of urgency and sorrow. Alara, please, you don't have to do this. There must be another way. There is no other way. Alara's thoughts were filled with a mixture of resolve and tenderness. The technology's full power requires more than just energy. It needs a part of me. I'm willing to make this sacrifice for you and for the safety of the planet. Despite her determination, Alex could see the toll it was taking on her. Her form was becoming more translucent, her energy fluctuating erratically. The barrier continued to pulse with a steady protective glow, but Alara's strength was visibly waning. Alex made his way to the central control console, where Alara's essence was most concentrated. The sight of her delicate, shimmering form, struggling to maintain the shield, filled him with a deep sense of helplessness. He reached out, placing his hands gently on the console, hoping to offer whatever support he could. Alex. Alara's voice came through faintly. I'm almost at the limit of my strength. The barrier is holding, but I don't know how much longer I can maintain it. Please promise me you'll use this time to ensure the temple and its technology are protected." Alex's eyes filled with tears as he looked at her, feeling the weight of her sacrifice. "I promise, Alara, I'll do everything I can to protect the temple and honor your sacrifice." With one final, heartfelt glance, Alara focused all her remaining strength on the barrier, pushing back against the last of the rogue faction's attempts to breach the shield. The energy shield flared brightly, its power amplifying as Alara's essence was poured into it. As the rogue faction's forces were repelled, the final remnants of their assault were thwarted. The barrier held strong, and the invaders, realizing their efforts were futile, began to withdraw in defeat. The temple, though battered, remained secure, its advanced technology safe from exploitation. When the last of the rogue faction's forces had retreated, Alex turned back to Alara, who was now visibly weakened. Her once radiant form had dimmed, and she seemed barely able to maintain her ethereal presence. The barrier slowly dissipated as her connection with the technology weakened. Alex knelt beside her, his heart heavy with concern and love. "Alara, you've given so much. I need to find a way to help you recover. Alex. Alara's thoughts were soft and weary. "I've done what I could. My essence is spent and I'm weakened. But knowing that the temple and the planet are safe brings me peace. Just promise me that you'll continue our mission and carry on the legacy of the Illyrians." With great care, Alex helped Alara away from the control console, supporting her as she rested against him. The once mighty technology now seemed silent and still, reflecting the toll that had been taken. "I promise, Alara," Alex said, his voice filled with determination. "I'll carry on your legacy and protect everything you fought for. Your sacrifice will never be forgotten." As they sat together, the sun began to rise over Epsilon 9, casting a warm light over the temple. The future remained uncertain, but Alex knew that Alara's sacrifice had forged a path forward. He would honor her memory and the mission they had shared, determined to make a difference in the universe with the legacy she had left behind. In the quiet aftermath of the battle, Alex and Alara found solace in each other's presence. The sacrifice she had made was a testament to her courage and love, and it strengthened Alex's resolve to protect the Illyrian legacy and continue their mission. As the last echoes of battle faded away, the temple stood in a fragile silence. The rogue faction had been decisively defeated, their attempts to seize the Illyrian technology thwarted. The energy barrier that had protected the temple now dissipated, leaving behind a quiet, still atmosphere. Alex turned to Alara, his heart heavy with dread. The fierce determination in her eyes had dimmed, replaced by an undeniable weakness. Her ethereal form, once vibrant with energy, was now faint and flickering, her life force rapidly diminishing from the immense sacrifice she had made. He rushed to her side, his hands trembling as he cradled her delicate, shimmering form. "Alara, please hang on. You've done so much. Don't leave me now." Alara looked up at him, her eyes filled with a mixture of peace and sadness. Alex, I'm so tired. The power I used, it's taken everything from me. But I'm at peace knowing the temple and the planet are safe." Alex's eyes welled with tears as he gently held her, trying to offer her comfort in her final moments. "You've been incredible, Alara. Your bravery and sacrifice saved us all. I don't know how to say goodbye." Alara reached out with a trembling hand, brushing his cheek tenderly. "We knew the risks, and I would make the same choice again if it meant protecting you and the mission. Our bond will always be a part of me, and in some way I'll never truly be gone." The weight of her words, combined with the sight of her fading presence, struck Alex deeply. He could feel the life draining from her, each moment more precious and heart-wrenching than the last. Alex. Alara's voice was soft and faint. Remember the love we shared and the promise we made. Continue the work we started. There's so much more to do. Let our legacy be one of hope and unity. Alex nodded, his voice choked with emotion. "I promise, Alara. I'll carry your spirit with me and make sure your sacrifice is honored. Your legacy will live on through everything we've accomplished together." As her form grew more translucent, the energy of her essence began to merge with the surrounding environment, a final, poignant reminder of her connection to the temple and the planet. The bioluminescent flora around them seemed to glow more brightly, as if reflecting the profound impact she had made. With her final breaths, Alara's presence grew more ethereal, a radiant glow that filled the space with a soft, comforting light. Her eyes met Alex's one last time, filled with love and gratitude. Asterisk, thank you, Alex, she whispered in his mind, her voice barely audible. Asterisk, for everything. I love you. In that quiet, sacred moment, Alara's essence faded away, leaving Alex holding nothing but the memory of her sacrifice and the weight of her love. The temple, though scarred from the battle, seemed to shine with a new, gentle light, a tribute to the Illyrians' bravery and the promise of a future forged through their shared struggles. Alex sat there, holding her memory close, his heart aching with the bittersweet reality of their victory. The rogue faction was gone, and the technology was safe, but the price had been a heavy one. He gently placed Alara's hand on the ground, surrounded by the bioluminescent flora that seemed to embrace her presence. As the sun rose higher in the sky, casting a warm, hopeful light over the temple, Alex vowed to honor Alara's memory and the legacy she had left behind. He would continue their mission, carrying forward the hope and unity they had fought for, ensuring that her sacrifice would never be in vain. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the rejuvenated temple and the vibrant landscape of Epsilon 9, Alex and Alara stood hand in hand, ready to embark on a new chapter of their lives. The rogue faction had been vanquished, and the ancient Illyrian technology was safe, its power now harmonized with the planet's natural energy. The temple, once a battleground, had become a symbol of their triumph and the new beginning that lay ahead. Alex turned to Alara, his eyes reflecting both the warmth of the setting sun and the depth of his feelings. We've come so far, Alara. The mission is complete, and the technology is secure, but what comes next? Alara, her eyes glowing with renewed vitality and love, smiled gently. Asterisk, the universe is vast and full of wonders yet to be discovered. We've forged a bond that transcends our worlds, and we have the opportunity to explore it together. What do you say we continue our journey, not just as explorers, but as partners in this grand adventure? Alex's heart swelled with joy at her words. I'd like nothing more. Together we can explore new worlds, uncover hidden mysteries, and build a future that honors the legacy we've created. Let's make the universe our home. Their decision made, Alex and Alara prepared to leave Epsilon 9. The planet, now thriving with restored balance, seemed to bless their departure with a serene and hopeful farewell. The bioluminescent flora waved gently in the breeze, and the ancient technology, now at peace, glowed softly as a parting gift. With a final heartfelt look at the temple and the planet that had become so significant to them, Alex and Alara boarded their spacecraft. The ship, equipped with the advanced Illyrian technology, was ready for its new mission, to explore the cosmos and continue their quest for knowledge and understanding. As they ascended into space, the views of Epsilon 9 receded, replaced by the boundless expanse of stars and galaxies stretching out before them. The universe, with its infinite possibilities and mysteries, awaited their exploration. The spacecraft, now a symbol of their shared journey, hummed with energy and potential. Inside the ship, Alex and Alara settled into their respective roles, working together seamlessly. Their bond, strengthened by their shared experiences and the trials they had overcome, made them an exceptional team. They communicated effortlessly, their minds and hearts aligned as they navigated through the stars. Asterisk. Our journey will be filled with new challenges and discoveries. Alara's thoughts conveyed with excitement and anticipation. Asterisk. But as long as we're together, we can face anything and uncover the wonders of the universe. Alex smiled, his eyes meeting hers with unwavering commitment. We've already proven that we can overcome any obstacle. Now let's embrace the adventures that await us and make the most of this new beginning. As they set course for their first destination, the ship glided gracefully through the cosmos, leaving behind a trail of stardust and hope. Alex and Alara, united by their love and shared purpose, ventured into the unknown with optimism and determination. Their journey was just beginning, and the universe was vast and full of promise. Together, they would explore its depths, celebrate its beauty, and create a legacy that would honor the sacrifices they had made and the bond they had forged. In the vast expanse of space, their love would be their guiding star, lighting the way to countless adventures and a future filled with infinite possibilities. As the sun reached its zenith, casting its golden rays over the battered temple, a profound stillness enveloped the surroundings. Alex, cradling the memory of Alara's sacrifice, felt a deep sense of loss and determination. The planet's bioluminescent flora, still glowing softly, seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy, as if responding to the gravity of the moment. Unbeknownst to Alex, the planet itself was attuned to the purity and strength of the bond between him and Alara. The ancient Illyrian technology and the natural harmony of Epsilon 9 were more interconnected than he had realized. The planet, sensing the deep love and sacrifice that had occurred, began to stir with a newfound energy. The ground beneath the temple trembled gently, and the flora around them began to emit a brighter, more vibrant light. The ancient technology, once silent, hummed softly, as if awakening to a new purpose. A gentle, warm breeze swept through the temple, carrying with it a sense of renewal and hope. Alex looked around, sensing a change in the atmosphere. The energy in the temple was shifting, becoming more dynamic and alive. He felt a sudden surge of hope, though he could not yet understand what was happening. His eyes returned to the spot where Alara had faded, and he saw something remarkable, a soft golden light beginning to coalesce around the area. The golden light grew in intensity, enveloping the space with a warm, healing glow. Alex watched in awe as the light seemed to take on a form, gradually coalescing into a shimmering, ethereal figure that mirrored Alara's appearance. The energy was both soothing and exhilarating, a manifestation of the planet's response to the profound sacrifice and love that had been shared. As the light continued to swirl and form, it began to take on the shape of Alara. Her form, once faint and fading, now appeared rejuvenated and vibrant. The energy that surrounded her seemed to knit together the remnants of her essence, restoring her strength and vitality. Alara's eyes fluttered open, glowing with the same soft blue light as before. She looked around, her gaze meeting Alex's with a mixture of wonder and relief. Alex, is it truly you? Alex, overwhelmed with emotion, rushed to her side. Alara, I don't understand. How is this possible? The planet. Alara's thoughts were filled with amazement. It has sensed the purity of our love and the sacrifice made. It's channeling its energy to restore balance and heal me. It seems our bond has a greater significance than we could have imagined. As Alara's strength returned, the energy around the temple became more harmonious and balanced. The bioluminescent flora glowed even more brightly, and the air seemed filled with a renewed sense of life and vitality. The ancient technology, now synchronized with the planet's energy, resonated with a harmonious hum. Alex and Alara embraced, their hearts filled with relief and joy. The planet's rejuvenation had not only healed Alara, but had also restored a sense of balance to Epsilon 9. The land, once scarred by conflict, now seemed to breathe with a renewed energy, reflecting the harmony that had been achieved. We've been given a second chance, Alara's thoughts conveyed, her voice filled with gratitude and wonder. The planet has recognized the purity of our connection and has restored us to continue our mission. Let's honor this gift and use it to bring about the balance and unity we've always sought. Alex nodded, his heart swelling with love and determination. Yes, Alara, we'll honor this gift and make sure our mission is fulfilled. Together, we'll work towards a future of harmony and understanding. As they stood together in the revitalized temple, the light of the sun reflected off the rejuvenated landscape, casting a warm and hopeful glow over everything. The rebirth of Alara and the restoration of the planet marked a new chapter in their journey, a chapter filled with renewed hope and the promise of a future shaped by their love and the balance they had fought to achieve. With the temple's technology secured and the planet's energy harmonized, Alex and Alara prepared to continue their mission, knowing that their bond and the support of Epsilon 9 had given them a profound opportunity to make a lasting impact on the universe. As the spacecraft prepared for its departure from Epsilon 9, Alex and Alara stood together in the ship's control room, the hum of advanced Illyrian technology filling the air. Their decision to embark on a new journey together was made, but Alex knew it was important to inform Earth of their choice and their mission. The ancient Illyrian technology, now securely integrated into the ship, offered a unique opportunity to send a message across the stars. The ship's control console, illuminated with soft, pulsating lights, was ready for use. Alex approached it, his fingers dancing over the controls as he prepared to initiate the communication sequence. Alara stood beside him, her presence a comforting and reassuring constant. "Are you ready, Alara?" Alex asked, his voice tinged with a mixture of anticipation and emotion. Asterisk. Yes, asterisk. Alara's thoughts were calm and supportive. "Let's ensure that our message is clear and conveys the importance of our mission and our choice. The technology will allow us to reach Earth and share our decision." Alex nodded and activated the communication system, the console's display flickering to life with an array of symbols and data. The ancient Illyrian technology, capable of interstellar communication, began to establish a connection with Earth. A sequence of complex codes and energy patterns formed on the screen, symbolizing the transmission of their message. He took a deep breath and began to compose their message. His voice, recorded alongside the visual data, would carry their words to Earth. "Greetings from Epsilon 9. This is Alex Carter. I'm sending this message to inform you of an important decision and update regarding our mission. After extensive exploration and unforeseen events, I have decided to remain here on Epsilon 9. My decision is guided by a deep connection with Alara, the last of the Illyrians, and our shared mission to protect and understand the universe. We have successfully secured the ancient Illyrian technology and restored balance to the planet. Our mission now extends beyond the boundaries of our previous objectives. Alara and I will continue to explore and safeguard the universe, working together to uncover new knowledge and ensure the preservation of peace and harmony. I want to assure you that the technology is safe and our decision is made with the utmost consideration of its implications. I am confident that our work here will contribute positively to our understanding of the cosmos and foster new connections between our worlds. Thank you for your support and understanding. This is not a farewell, but a new beginning. We will keep you informed of our progress and findings as our journey unfolds." As the message concluded, Alex and Alara watched as the transmission was sent through the ancient technology, its energy rippling outward in a pulse of light that connected with Earth. The message, imbued with the power of the Illyrian technology, would reach its destination, carrying their decision and their commitment to their new mission. With the transmission complete, Alex and Alara took a moment to reflect on the significance of their choice. The spacecraft, now fully prepared for its voyage, was their vessel to the stars, a symbol of their shared journey and the new path they were charting together. "We've done it." Alara's thoughts were filled with a sense of accomplishment and anticipation. Asterisk. "Our message is sent, and our journey begins. The universe awaits us, and we'll face whatever comes next with the strength of our bond." Alex smiled, his heart filled with gratitude and hope. "Yes, it's a new beginning for us. Let's embrace it and make the most of every moment. Together, we'll explore the wonders of the universe and fulfill our mission." With that, the spacecraft's engines roared to life, and it began its ascent from Epsilon 9. Leaving behind the planet that had been a crucible for their love and their mission. As they soared into the vast expanse of space, Alex and Alara stood side by side, ready to face the infinite possibilities that lay ahead. The universe, vast and full of promise, stretched out before them, and their adventure was only just beginning. Years had passed since Alex and Alara embarked on their journey through the stars, and their story had become the stuff of legend. The galaxy, once a vast and enigmatic expanse, now echoed with tales of the two explorers whose love and bravery transcended worlds. The epilogue of their adventure unfolded in the heart of a bustling space station, a hub of interstellar commerce and diplomacy that orbited a vibrant, thriving planet. The station, known for its diverse population and advanced technology, had become a beacon of unity and progress in the galaxy. In the heart of the station's grand observation deck, Alex and Alara stood together, gazing out at the sprawling view of stars and nebulae that stretched across the cosmic canvas. The station's panoramic windows offered a breathtaking sight, the stars twinkling like diamonds against the dark velvet of space. Alex, now a seasoned explorer with a look of quiet confidence, had aged gracefully, his experiences etched into the lines of his face. His eyes, still bright with curiosity and wonder, reflected the depth of his journey. Alara, ever radiant, had maintained her Illyrian grace and vitality. Her presence was as ethereal as ever, her luminous skin and deep blue eyes capturing the essence of her otherworldly beauty. Together, they had traveled to the far reaches of the galaxy, uncovering ancient secrets, forging new alliances, and bringing about a profound understanding between species. Their bond, forged in the crucible of their shared trials, had become a symbol of hope and unity. Their love story had inspired countless others, becoming the foundation of myths and legends that spanned across planets and star systems. Tales of the human astronaut and the Illyrian guardian were told in songs and stories, celebrated in festivals, and memorialized in art. Their journey had become a beacon of possibility, showing that love could bridge the vast distances between worlds and create a lasting impact on the cosmos. As Alex and Alara looked out at the stars, their hands entwined, they reflected on their incredible journey. The space station was adorned with holographic displays that showcased their adventures, moments of triumph and tenderness, challenges overcome, and the remarkable connections they had made. We've come so far. Alara's thoughts were filled with a deep sense of fulfillment and contentment. Asterisk. Our journey has touched many lives and inspired so many stories. I'm proud of what we've accomplished together. Alex squeezed her hand gently, his gaze steady and loving. Yes, it's been an extraordinary journey, and it's only fitting that our story is shared with others, inspiring them to reach for the stars and believe in the power of love and unity. The space station's observation deck was filled with visitors who had come to learn about the legendary explorers. The walls were adorned with holographic displays and artifacts from Alex and Alara's travels, relics of their discoveries and symbols of their enduring legacy. As they watched the crowd, a young couple approached them, their eyes wide with awe. The couple, representing a new generation of explorers, had come to seek guidance and inspiration from the legendary figures who had shaped the galaxy's history. Alex and Alara welcomed them warmly, sharing stories of their adventures and imparting wisdom gained from their experiences. The interaction was filled with mutual respect and excitement, as the young explorers listened intently, eager to follow in their footsteps. As the day turned to evening, the space station's observation deck was bathed in a warm, golden light from the nearby star. The stars outside seemed to sparkle even more brightly, as if in celebration of the enduring legacy of Alex and Alara. Standing together, surrounded by the sights and sounds of the galaxy, Alex and Alara knew that their love had become more than just their own. It had become a part of the universe's grand tapestry, woven into the fabric of interstellar history and inspiring countless others to dream, explore, and believe in the extraordinary power of love. Their journey had come full circle, from the distant exoplanet where their story began to the heart of a vibrant space station, their love shining as a guiding star for future generations. And as they looked out at the stars, ready to embark on new adventures, they knew that their legacy would continue to inspire and illuminate the cosmos for years to come. As the final scene unfolds, the camera sweeps across a serene alien landscape, revealing a picturesque hilltop bathed in the soft silvery light of a distant moon. The view from the hill offers an unobstructed panorama of the cosmos, a tapestry of stars, nebulae, and distant galaxies stretching infinitely across the sky. On this hill, Alex and Alara stand side by side, their figures silhouetted against the vast starry expanse. The gentle breeze rustles the bioluminescent grasses at their feet, and the faint glow of the distant planets provides a tranquil backdrop. They are wrapped in the warm embrace of the universe, their love and unity palpable in the stillness of the moment. Alex, with his gaze fixed on the stars, wears a contented smile. His hand is firmly clasped with Alara's, their fingers intertwined as if to affirm their unbreakable bond. His face, lined with experiences and wisdom, reflects the serenity and fulfillment of their shared journey. Alara, her luminous skin shimmering softly in the moonlight, looks at Alex with a deep, loving gaze. Her eyes, as blue as the ocean depths, sparkle with a sense of wonder and anticipation. The moonlight catches the delicate features of her face, highlighting her ethereal beauty and the grace that has defined their adventures together. The camera slowly zooms out, capturing the two figures standing resolute on the hill. The scene is both peaceful and awe-inspiring, a fitting culmination of their epic journey. The stars above twinkle brightly, as if acknowledging the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. In the silence of the night, the universe feels vast and full of potential, a realm of endless possibilities and uncharted wonders. Alex and Alara stand united, their presence a beacon of hope and resilience against the backdrop of the infinite cosmos. Asterisk. Ready for whatever comes next? Alex's thoughts are filled with a quiet determination and excitement. Asterisk. Always, asterisk. Alara's thoughts are gentle and resolute. Asterisk. Together, we can face anything the universe throws at us. Our journey is far from over. With their hands clasped and their hearts aligned, they gaze up at the sky, ready to embrace the adventures that lie ahead. The universe stretches out before them, a vast, uncharted expanse filled with promise and mystery. As the camera continues to pull away, the final shot captures the two of them, standing tall and strong on the hill, their love and unity illuminated by the starlight. The scene fades to black, leaving behind the enduring image of their shared journey and the unspoken promise of many more adventures.